Spider Queen.
And we are live, loaded into the draft here for week. Oh, it has been so long. Is it week 4 or 5? I don't even remember. But we are here. We are in Division 2. We are in Chair League, and we are headed to Tomb of the Spider Queen. My name is Terrace Baz, and I'm bringing to you a match between Pixel Jets on the blue team and Honey Badgers of the Storm on the red. And I will apologize in advance. My fate has intervened and decided to give me a cold today. So I've got 2 less functional holes in my face that I can use to deliver words and insight and mostly just panicked yelling as we go today. But Pixel Jets, or rather Honey Badgers, with the map pick. So hopefully they have a solid plan here coming into this. Ragnaros the band out of Pixel Jets, and no gigantic surprise there. Ragnaros has a lot of utility in defending the turn-in points, winning fights at the turn-in points, and is generally an all-around good guy to glue your gems to. A reasonable band from Pixel Jets. Meanwhile, Sylvanas can really extend the life out of those spiders once you get them for your team. And Ethan has some counter push potential. Probably one of the most standard bands in the entire life of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Very within meta bands from both Pixel Jets and Honey Badgers. No crazy surprises yet. And to be honest, I'm glad that Honey Badgers selected this map because I've been playing some Hero League and Team League lately, and I've been seeing a whole lot of Murky, just a ton of Murky. And I think this is one of the maps where he tends to struggle because collecting gems is important, and you don't want your gems to be carried by a relatively easy to kill hero. So shouldn't have to worry about him through the match. Meanwhile, another very strong out of the gate hero in the form of Lucio from Pixel Jets. So might expect them to see a lot of low mobility characters improved by Lucio, like a Jaina or a Kael'thas, for instance. Meanwhile, Varian and Zool the pick for Honey Badgers, and already trying to pick up as many lane bullies as they can. Zool and Varian very apt to move other heroes out of the lane to discourage somebody from coming by and picking up a few gems. So if Pixel Jets are looking for a largely mobility-based plan, Zool and Varian can certainly, quite literally, put the brakes on it. That's a joke. Copyright Terrace Baz 2017. Every time you make that joke, an angel gets its wings, because I don't think there's any good way to collect money from that. Timer running down for Pixel Jets, and oh my gosh, I stand completely corrected. They do go for the Murky pick, and we'll see how things shake out. He is with the new patch, he is much more survivable than he was before. So if there could be some potential here, maybe Murky can survive well enough, at least 1v1, or have to draw out another hero from time to time to give Pixel Jets an advantage somewhere else on the map. But we're in the ban phase, and Pixel Jets really hurting for damage. They've got Azaria, Lucio, and Murky, and they don't have a great way to start a fight or to win a fight once it's started. Fortunately, there's a whole lot of those heroes in the game, so we'll see what Honey Badgers is most afraid of. And a curious ban in the form of ETC. I don't know if Pixel Jets is really in the position to pick up another low damage warrior, or a low damage warrior like ETC with what they've got going on. But who knows? Pixel Jets banning out Malfurion. Honey Badgers still missing someone in that support role, and Malfurion, with the stop right there attitude, Azul and Varied would be an excellent addition to that team. So wise ban, I think, from Pixel Jets. But Rehgar looking to do work from Honey Badgers can really start to make that Varied really a playmaker with the more survivability, and depending on what comes next, maybe we see some Bloodlust here. A little bit too early to tell. Ancestral still has uses, even if we just see mages from here on out, for instance. Clock running a bit low, so we'll see how things shake out. And there's Artanis for Honey Badgers of the Storm, and that's a big, beefy front line, and I'd be real surprised if we don't see Bloodlust coming out of Rehgar for this. That is a whole lot of just straight up violent damage that can come out of Honey Badgers, and crucially, that's a good warrior to take away from Pixel Jets. Artanis could have played well with Zarya, being able to dish out and sort of augment some damage, be a great tool to start fights. But instead, it's going to be Johanna Kael'thas, the 1-2 punch, and Kael'thas is going to have to carry a whole bunch of weight on his shoulders to really capitalize on those engagements from Johanna. That tight cluster is not going to last very long, so if Pixel Jets can get their timing right, then they certainly have the potential to do a lot of damage, particularly with this heavy frontline build from Honey Badgers. It shouldn't be super difficult to catch multiple heroes in a single flame strike, to put a living bomb in an annoying place where people have to start scrambling to safety. That said, though, Honey Badgers have built a team so far that looks like they're set to push forward or snatch someone out of the back line with an Artanis swap and just not turn back. So it'll be very crucial that Lucio and Kael'thas are not that person that's grabbed.
I'm here to help.
There's the closer for Honey Badgers, Jaina, the mage of choice, and that should combo real well with some of the stuns and the slows and the roots coming out of Honey Badgers. There's a lot of tools at their disposal to pick a target and just pour damage onto them. So Johanna, in that case, I think is a really reasonable response. Just being able to know that you can press a button and get out of the way. And even if you can't, having a huge enough health pool that maybe it doesn't matter in the end anyway. So real exciting draft out of both teams, I feel. It may simply come down to how much value can Murky get out of his lane presence, how well can he keep his gems, what do the Artana swaps look like, do they wind up hitting high priority targets at a relatively good frequency. There's a lot of questions up in the air, and we should answer that here in just a bit once we get into the game. But off the go, I think I tend to like the team that Honey Badgers have put forward a little more. I mean, it's at least more in my comfort zone, because there's certainly a lot of potential on Pixel Jet's team, but a lot has to go right, and it takes a lot of coordination to pull that off. But we are loaded in, and on the side of Pixel Jets, on the blue team, we've got Ek on Murky, Piade on Lucio, Uri on Johanna, Exoct on Zarya, and Matrix Tur on Kael'thas. And for Honey Badgers doing their dancing, making a little show, we've got Raja on Varian, Pink Loraz on Artanis, Diamond Kings on Jaina, Nice Marmot on Rehgar, and Bitter Knight on Zool. Gates are down, teams are rushing headlong into what yes, like it might be a violent conflict on the side of Pixel Jets. The swap does come out on Johanna, but she is able to walk away. Pops her trade a little bit early to to get out of the way of that root, but no harm, no foul. It is Johanna we're talking about after all. And so far, both teams just a little banged up, a little bruised, but nothing, no huge engagement so far. But another swap coming out. Johanna doing a great job being in the middle of that. Artanis getting into harm's way as the damage starts pouring out. That last Zarya grenade, able to get the first takedown of the game. And with that, we're off to the races. Bottom lane, we've got Murky and Zool doing their dance. That should go for quite some time. And it looks like we might have a four-man rotation from each team between top and bottom. Honey Badger's currently in the mid lane. Pixel Jet's currently on the top, and it looks like everybody is going to be rotating together. Doing a very polite rotation here, trying to stay out of each other's way, making sure they can accomplish what they want to. And meanwhile, on the bottom here, Murky seems to, at least temporarily, have the upper hand on Zool, as actually doing quite well. Zool's health in a bit of peril here, but he will be able to get back to safety. Meanwhile, at the top, a big engagement is Raj is at fairly low health. Finkelraz in peril as well. Both of them will be able to make it to safety. And Pixel Jets maintains control of the point, but pretty even status for both teams. No appreciable experience difference. Pixel Jets with maybe a tiny advantage, trying to get the engagement here on Rhaegar and Jaina, but not quite a big swap on Mieri, but once again able to pop the trait and get out of harm's way. And there comes the collapse from Johanna. Lots of damage poured out on the Diamond Kings. Can she escape? Yes, she can. She will be able to get away. And Pixel Jet so far dictating the early stage of the game, but Johanna and Kel'Thuz's at very low mana, so while they did plant a flag there, they're going to have to temporarily cede some ground. Good dodge there from Artanis, trying to get a little bit of progress towards his gate, knowing that the Condemned's coming out from Mieri. There comes the swap. No connection there. Both teams just continuing to brawl here up in the top lane. Finkelraz at fairly low health. Raja too, but they can get one solid grab on Lucio or Kel'Thuz. This could change very quickly, but a whole bunch of damage poured out of Johanna, and that's going to be the equalizer kill. Putting our board at 1 apiece. And so that's going to give Honey Badgers some time to recover, maintain a lane presence. Oh man, this cold is absolutely lethal. Both teams back at it. It's Artanis swap, barely whiffed by Exot. So both teams now have enough gems to threaten the turn in. 13 gems trying to come out of Exot here in the top lane, but Honey Badgers having none of it. The engagement's going to come out. Huge bit of brawl. No one isolated or singled out yet. Both teams doing very well playing defense and the deny game. And even through all this, doing a very good job of rotating in between lanes, making sure that they continue to soak experience as best as they can. And so a big gem turn in from Pixel Jets, only 3 more to go. And looks like Murky has 9, so if he's able to sneak away at some point and get that turn in, he will have it. But right now, he's just having a field day escorting that mercenary camp. Bucket load of damage coming out on Exot. Will she be able to escape? Yes, and so will Johanna. But Murky does get that turn in, and in the bottom lane, Siege Giant starting to do some work. Already poured through the wall here. This should be a very dead Murky. Bubble already popped. The follow-up does not quite seem like it's there, so Murky is going to be able to escape. Honey Badger's trying to clear up that wave as best as they can to try to limit the forward progress of that spider there at the bottom. Pixel Jets looking to knowing where Honey Badgers are, looking to start their first push up here at the top lane, easily chewing through that wall. And based on where Honey Badgers are right now, they should have no trouble getting this keep. As Honey Badgers chew through the bottom spider and the mid spider, so we should see a bit of an engagement here. FaZe Prism almost connects with Matrixter. Another near miss, but a massive burst of damage coming out of Kael'thas. Jane is in critical health, so is Rexxar. Both of them are going to fall. But critically, Raja and FickleRaz able to keep up the gems dropped by their team. But FickleRaz is going to send 10 to the board. But Honey Badger's still in an okay spot. They still have plenty of gems in their pockets. They're not that far away from a turn-in, and I mean, admittedly, nobody likes losing a fort on the first turn-in. It's considered a win if you could keep it just to destroying the front walls, but it's certainly a recoverable state. But Honey Badgers are going to have to play very safe for the next couple minutes, as Pixel Jets have heroics, and Honey Badgers currently do not. So initial engagement over, both teams head back to base, as it were, taking a moment to catch a breather, maybe talk about any adjustments they need to make as they kind of mindlessly wail over some mercenary camps. And we may have an engagement here in the middle, but this isn't one that Honey Badgers can really take. Down 2 full levels and heroic talents, so this... I think Honey Badgers need to play very defensively, very safely, to the point that they may have to just surrender this next turn in uncontested, as Pixel Jets do have enough to secure this. Pixel Jets do get the turn in. A big stun coming out of Kael'thas. Jaina may be able to escape from this. The answer is yes. Oh, but Nieri with the flank gets the takedown on Jaina, sends Artanis to certain doom. Army of Murlocs coming in, and this is a very rough spot for Honey Badgers, as Pixel Jets showing absolute command of the board right now with a 2.5 level lead, heroic talents, and 2 forts to their name, and possibly more. We see Murky split up top to try and get some more value out of that top spider. But the focus is here, clearly here in mid. Honey Badgers once again full strength, trying to isolate someone, and Miari has done an excellent job making sure that she's in the way, making sure that she's the one selected by Artanis, and protecting the damage and mobility of the rest of her team. Swap comes out on Kael'thas. Big damage comes out, gets the taunt. The sound burst is going to keep him alive. Can he escape? Such critical health. The Ancestral fires as well, but a massive blizzard is just ripping apart Pixel Jets. Everyone's so low, but for all that, a 2-for-1 in favor of Pixel Jets, but not by much. It was Pixel Jets definitely winning the fight, but not able to push on and grab that keep. But that may not matter, as Murky plus Spider is able to clean house up here in the top lane. And takedown on Murky here isn't super relevant so much for the experience or the time he's off the board, but just getting those gems out of his pocket got to be a critical win for Honey Badgers, just delaying that even more. Pixel Jets thinking that Honey Badgers is probably trying to get a turn in here, goes ahead and starts boss so they can continue to apply pressure during this and really limit what Honey Badgers can do. But Honey Badgers spot this out, the engagement comes, and if they can win here, this would be a huge turnaround for them. Jaina falls, Murky falls, Zarya falls, and it looks like they're winning. They've Honey Badgers have gotten the engagement they want. They're on the boss point, and what started as a real cheeky move out of Pixel Jets, almost canceling that spider turn-in, turned into well, not a free boss. It did cost them 2 heroes, but a 4 for 2, or 4 and a quarter for 2 in favor of Honey Badgers. They're going to get a lot of damage done with this boss plus spider. And critically, if they're able to hang on to this, they should have enough gems to immediately get another turn in. So everybody back on the board. Kael'thas and Lucio trying to get back into the fight, but Honey Badger's still at fairly low health. Azul trying to make it out. Rhaegar still a little late to the party. Artanis just desperately trying to find some real estate. The Ancestral does come out, so nice move from Rhaegar to bring Artanis back to full fighting potential. And with that, the boss is going to get taken out up in the top lane. Spider's starting to fall out in each of the other lanes, so not a huge bunch of damage, but a big Artanis swap is going to send Zarya to certain doom. And Kael'thas and Johanna in full retreat. Can they get away? Lucio at very low health, but he is going to fall. The ring manages to connect with Johanna, so we're 3-0 in for Honey Badgers, and they've got a fire under them. It seemed like with such a slow start where they seem to be struggling in fight after fight, they've really turned this around and started showing absolute command of the board. The only concern the only nagging worry they have is top lane's keep is gone. So it's going to be an opportunity for Pixel Jets. If they win a fight, it's a place where they can continue to apply pressure, a place where they can essentially threaten to win the game. So Honey Badgers, while they've shown a lot of success, even equalizing out the experience, aren't out of the woods yet. They'll need to continue winning fights that way to really close this one out. Honey Badgers starting to apply pressure to the bottom, trying to get a keep uncontested swap. Almost connects with Lucio, not quite. And a very forward push spider should give Honey Badgers a strong chance to try and take this keep here in the bottom lane. Heroics just now online for Honey Badgers. Ring of Frost just coming into play. And Honey Badgers looking to play it safe, trying to dodge a bunch of Murlocs. A big ult from Zarya is going to put an absolute bucket of damage onto Honey Badgers as Jaina falls. Bitter Knight is not long for this wool either, but Kael'thas taken down on the side of Pixel Jet. So this is still very much a live fight. Raja gets taken down. Looks like it's all up to Artanis, and he will get taken down. So a solid defense from Pixel Jets, able to shake off those previous losses, those previous engagements that didn't go quite right, and able to almost completely nullify the damage coming to their bottom keep. And so with this, they've got right around a half minute to try and do something else on the map. Looks like Murky's going for the Merc camp on Honey Badger's side of the board. He did take bribe, so he will be able to grab that very quickly. So Honey Badgers with no gems in pocket. Pixel Jets almost, I think they just got enough for the turn-in. So if they need to push, if they need to get that moment of reprieve on the map, they have the tools they need to do that. And Honey Badgers need to figure out what was working for them so well. What in that last engagement was different from the couple ones before that? Because they looked absolutely unstoppable for about the mid 5 minutes of the game. Maybe it was just taking fights with numbers, taking fights that were set up favorably for them. Now it's Honey Badger's time to try and mount a defense here, as Pixel Jets top spider will be pushed fairly far forward, as will the bottom will be just across mid-court. So this is a rough spot for Honey Badgers. You've got a really good feeling that Pixel Jets are in bottom. You saw members of their team just recently, but you know that you have to answer top. You have to answer that right now. Otherwise, it's going to start getting free core damage, and it should mow that down fairly quickly. But Honey Badger's able to take care of that in short order as Pixel Jets applies pressure directly to the bottom lane, and should be in a good position to get this keep as well. Engagement comes out. Storm Talent's not quite available for Pixel Jets, just moments away. So if Honey Badgers want a strong engagement, their window is rapidly closing. But it looks like they're willing to cede the keep and try and just mitigate the damage and ensure that this isn't their last fight. Ensure that there is more heroes to play. But Pixel Jets maybe don't seem so sure on that as they continue to march in towards the core. All three lanes pushed in. Big buckets of damage coming onto Bitter Knight. Will he survive? Answer seems to be yes. Here comes the blind out of Artanis, followed by the ring. Shield still active on the core, but Sound Barrier just negating almost all of that as Pixel Jets still at very high health pools. And 3 members down for Honey Badgers, followed by a full team wipe. So this will be the game and the round for Pixel Jets in what really proved to be a real back and forth match, as Pixel Jets just showed a lot of control early on, getting several early picks, able to get a fort and some damage on a keep wall with that first spider turn in, and then due to the experience difference, being in a position to just immediately get another one. And Honey Badgers really struggled to contest that until they got heroics. Then Honey Badgers just hit a switch and started wrecking across the map. I mean, they decisively won several fights, getting the boss steal, which they were able to secure a fort and a little damage on the keep wall. But more than anything, that would have given Pixel Jets a tremendous amount of momentum and totally nullified the spider turn in from Honey Badgers at the time. So while maybe that wasn't a play that wound up winning, I mean, it clearly didn't, but maybe that wasn't a play that would have won Honey Badgers the game, but it definitely prevented them from losing, at least in the short term. But very solid engagements from both teams. And I guess that answers that question. Murky is able to survive and collect gems and be an asset on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So you learn something every day. I learned something today. But today there is only one W, and today that W is going to go to Pixel Jets. Congratulations for their win on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We've got more Chair League action coming up across the internet. I myself have to go to practice for my team, who is composed of a lot of very solid, ardent, good triers, and getting better by the day. But feel free to tune in to any other streams on Chair League. There's somebody at a division that you can learn from. So feel free to catch that. My name's been TerraSpaz, and I'll see you in the Nexus. Take care.